Welcome to part 3 for my pickups for September 2017 to April 2018. Here we're looking at the orchestrated version of some songs off the Zelda Majora's Mask game for the N64. I believe this came out at the time of that release. I'm not entirely sure because I cannot read, I think it's Japanese or, I don't know. This came out of Malaysia. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that this, I'll show the disc, somehow it fell backwards, but you can just tell from the quality it's more than likely a bootleg, but it's done pretty well. I mean, done up by Maya Records. Yeah, this has got to be a 90s release just based on that, the way the label looks on the disc, the print there. Whoop. This is in pretty good shape. I didn't expect much since it was cheap. So we'll go to the last few items here, which were totally unexpected, and I have two other items that I'll show in its own dedicated video. A factory sealed version of the Jurassic Park toy, Dennis Nedry. As you got the tank spray gun and dino damage arm. In some box copies of this, his arm is actually off. I don't know if it falls off in shipping, but one arm does pop off, and I remember that. But you have the baby Dilophosaurus here. That's really cool. And as well as a card, and I remember these cards because I used to have this toy, as well as a few others, and I'll talk about those in a second. So yeah, I was glad to pick this up. I hadn't seen this packaging this way since the original toy line came out. Some differences there. The Raptor actually looks different than the picture shown here. I don't know if that was just a different variation or what. Maybe that's the European version. But the paint scheme is slightly different. So it gives it a different look, and the eyes don't look quite like that either on the Raptor. So there you go. Everything else is exactly as you see it in the toy line, except for the Tyrannosaurus Rex. That's an actual Stan Winston model. They did not have the model of the toy actually ready for photography when they made the pictures for this advert back here. Very cool. I did consider getting the Ellie Sattler toy, sealed still in its box. I had that. Pretty sure I had we had the Dilophosaurus here. We had that for him for sure. The Tyrannosaurus, I don't have that anymore, of course. We had this guy here, which is Robert Muldoon, Alan Grant, and maybe even Tim here. So yeah, that's really cool. Well, we at least had the first 5 toys in the line, so that means we had at least 8 of the toys that I can remember from this line, so that's almost well over half. So there you go. I'm almost done. Guess we'll show another movie card. That reminds me. I have a few other things related to the movie. That's probably it. Those 2 other items I mentioned I will show. So let's speed this up here. Here we have the Screaming Raptor. I did have a chance to get him boxed as well, but he still screams, still works. There he is. I know I don't play with these, they're strictly for display purposes only. This card did have obviously some probably water damage or sun fading on it, because it is kind of whacked, a little out of whack here. But I think there was 3 different series of cards, maybe even 4, at the time of the Jurassic Park movie release. Just great film overall. The first 3 were great to me. The Jurassic World movies are great, or at least the first one. The second one is not out yet as of me making this video, so I look forward to seeing that in theaters. And I did have this card. I think some versions of the action figures came with those paintings on the cards of certain like dinosaurs and scenes that they made up, and then they came with these actual cards. So I think the second toy line came with this card. Even though I don't know, the seller just sold this to me this way. Here's Robert Muldoon with backpack. I think you can actually put these rockets here in that backpack, and you can put them in this gun here. I'll probably demonstrate that in another video. But he came with this little Tyrannosaurus Rex here. So there he is. Well, he just won't focus. Yeah, so we'll talk more about the Jurassic Park toy line in a separate video when I show off all my Jurassic Park memorabilia. We'll show this right quick. A replica of the brochure that's in the movie. And I have two other big items that I just don't want to pull out at the moment. Actually, 3 items, but I'll hurry up and show. So here's a replica of the brochure that's in the movie, the first movie. There you go. This is screen accurate to the actual movie. So there we have information about the park. And I actually have 5 of these. I got a pretty good deal on them too. I mean, it looks like an actual brochure. You know, has a Kodak film advertisement there. Gold file. I remember when that was popular back in the day. I don't believe they do make that anymore. Kodak is actually no longer around. And we'll unfold this, and it folds out into a humongous map of the park. There's that. Someday I'll get a stand and a proper tripod so I can show these things a little bit better, but for the time being. So there's that. Try and keep these in as good as condition as possible. Sorry for moving away from the camera. Show these last 2 items and be done with it. So here we have, ooh, there's more cards in here too. I think this is the first, yes, number 1, yes, comic book number 1 of 4 on the original comic book series of the first movie. This is factory sealed, so very happy to pick this up. I don't believe I'll be opening this. This does come with cards inside here. I don't remember those cards, so I'll more than likely keep this factory sealed. You can even see the logo there on the cellophane wrapping. Might have to make this into a 4th part. There's the second comic. I can't see it. Oh yeah, 2 of 4. Comes with even more cards. Really cool cover there. I love this stuff. I did have the first comic that really ran really close to the original film. Unfortunately, I tore it up when I was a kid, so yeah. Comes with cards in the back here again. Once again, sealed. Got this just for a killer deal. The best deal I could find online at the time. So yeah, I was very happy to get this. And then we also have 2 packs of the Topps cards, 8 movie cards plus a sticker. These are still factory sealed and in mint condition. The wrapping is in mint condition, so there's two of those. I'll probably open one or buy some more cards and buy the comic. Just, you know, for nostalgia's sake, keep those sealed. And that's rare stuff right there. The comic books sealed are rare. 1-Up card. These clean game cartridges like Super Nintendo, NES, Genesis. So yeah, hope you enjoyed my pickups video, guys. Look forward to more and other videos from my series. Thanks again for watching.